books. So
No, DC is putting out good books. Like
yeah,
I'm reading, I mean, I've always been this way, but I'm reading so many DC books right now. So many.
yeah, me
Like
too.
to the point where like I mean, I have DC Infinite and I'm like, cuz they put new issues on there a month after they come out and there's some
Mhm.
series where I'm like I'm so busy. It takes me sometimes 2 weeks to read this.
Yeah,
Might as well just wait for it to go on the app.
that's fair. Yeah,
Like I haven't been reading World's Finest, which is like kind of killing me because I'm like,
that's
damn.
been pretty good too. Yeah, that's still been pretty good.
But now with like, because there's gonna be the crossover with Justice League Unlimited, I'm kind of like, damn. And I like Unlimited. Like, are you enjoying
Yeah,
that or?
yeah. I think it took me a couple issues to finally kind of get rolling with it, but no, it's good so far. I like it.
I mean, it's
Um,
Dude, Dan Moore on
yeah,
art, man. Like
yeah.
I
I
feel
mean,
like every week.
the art has been spectacular since the jump, but um. just like the whole situation with like Inferno and then the whole airwave thing and all of that, it just took a couple issues for me to be like, all right, like let's get moving. But this crossover is going to be really good, I think.
Yeah, I'm just wondering like how much more does World's Finest have? Does it?
I was thinking maybe that this crossover will be the end, or
But is there
kind of
just
like getting ready to kind of wind things down. Dude, Absolute Green Lantern is going to be so sick.
you think?
Oh, dude, I know.
Uh,
Absolute Flash was sick. Come on, man.
yeah. I mean, I'm just loving what Jeremy's doing. I haven't read the new Green
Um,
Lantern yet, but
that was really good, actually. Who's doing art for the We Are Tomorrow or We Are Yesterday arc? Is it Mora doing the art for World's Finest again?
Clayton Henry.
Man, I was hoping it would have
World's
been Dan Mora,
Finest.
dude. I mean, that's a lot. I get that that's a lot. Oh yeah, Adrian Gutierrez has been doing a good job though.
Yeah. The Mora covers are such a tease though.
Yes, dude.
I don't
They're
know if you
so
use this
yeah,
site, but
I do. That's how I track my pulls usually.
yeah, dude, Flash is just so low now. Like I was actually like,
I
oh wait, Flash comes out.
can't say that not, I'm so surprised. Oh no. Like well, let's just go. Let's just get into it because I mean, I'm just
For anyone wondering, we're recording early in the morning for Jeremy, so he's
it's just like a
still
whatever
out of
issue.
it.
I'm just like I don't even know where to start, man, because I'm just so tired of this run. I don't know. Maybe I'm just complaining too much about it, but like,
I liked how with at least with this issue, it kind of got rid of the whole warlord thing.
that's
Seems
true.
like it. It got rid of that weird lizard wife thing. Kind of concluded that. Um,
Is it bad that I almost just want them to keep just telling a different story, but and is it Scar? How do you even say that? Scar Scarterus? I don't know.
Scartaris. Yeah.
Scarterus, yes. Like, just I don't know. Maybe I'm just more interested in the weird lizard lady and actual warlord than I am Eclipso. Give me a weird story with dinosaurs and lizard people. Yeah, I don't know. Like,
Oh, you almost wish there was no Eclipso thing.
yeah, I
Like,
almost wish it was just a random stupid adventure. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. I and then in comes the dog again.
And it kind of seemed like the dog like sacrificed himself because they kind of they stick with that. Like they kind of harp on that. They're
Yeah,
like Wally's like, oh, where is he? Where is he? And they're like, we got to go.
and it's like I'm just this dog. You're not selling me on this dog, bro. Like nothing is happening for me.
Yeah.
I don't like like it's just we're 6 issues into this whole thing with the dog, I think now, right? He showed up in 13, the last issue of the first arc, right?
Yeah. Yep. 13. 12 or 13.
Dude, Eclipso, like, okay, Fury. Eclipso finally getting rid of this dog. Yeah, Foxy. It couldn't have happened. It should have happened months ago.
Wait, Grant Morrison.
I don't believe this, bro. I think somebody's messing with you. Okay. I do want to. I am gonna read Animal Man by Morrison at some point.
Yeah, I want to read that too. I'm gonna read that soon.
Lemire's Animal Man is fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good. Um, yeah, man. I mean, the Justice League trying to stop the one of the Wallies was pretty cool. Um, I I just say we have like probably 6 more issues of this Eclipso, like because this event is starting now.
Yeah.
I just, it's a drag, man.
I love this cover though. We'll say that.
Yes, yes. The Mike Damuno covers have all been really, really good. Even the variants are good. Oh,
I'm like at the end of the issue though, like Eclipso is like this weird sun god. They mention it later in this, like in the later issues.
yeah, like he's, what do you call himself? Heliophage, Sun Eater. I mean, the whole God thing is kind of cool. Like, I think that's like this. I mean, he's already kind of like a god, but
Mm.
it's just kind of weird that he's just like a giant, like dog that looks like Eclipso.
Yeah, like they merged together kind of. It's weird. This
Yeah, I
cover's sick.
mean, I don't know. This whole book is just not doing it for me right now. But I'm just buying it out of the love of the game, bro.
Love of the character.
I mean, yes. Okay, I will say though, the computer, come on. The trade dress for the Bad Moon Rising does look kind of cool. I will say that.
Look at it.
At that next issue, I think is the cover. Yeah, like the
Oh,
little.
that is pretty cool.
I do think that's pretty clean. Like that's a pretty good. Like visually, I think it looks nice, but that's about the only thing it's got going for me right now.
One thing I will say about this run is a lot of good covers. Like,
Yeah.
like I remember I really liked this cover.
Mhm. Like
Um,
even like as much as I don't care about the dog, the cover with them like holding the planets, I think that's a really great cover.
yeah, no, really good colors and everything.
Yeah, Mike Namundo just does good stuff. He did a cover run for Thor in 2018, I think.
I
Really
asked,
good.
um, I asked ChatGPT yesterday. I was like, based on anything Spurrier said about the Flash in interviews, how long could he potentially have? Like, and it was telling me that it was like, well, he said that he had like a year or two worth of stories. So
My
I'm
hope he
kind of
says more
wondering, I'm
after
kind of
that.
wondering past 24, I don't know. We'll
Relaunch it,
see.
baby. Relaunch it.
I still think that like this has like
But
30 issues.
I can't do it, bro.
Dude, 30 issues, Brian North. What are you saying? Yeah? You
Ryan, I
like?
mean Ryan North, dude. Uh, I'm I'm putting my eggs in that basket. He would do a great Flash, I think.
Forget Dan Slott.
Shut up, dude. I mean, he can write a good love story. Like, okay, you like seriously for a second.
Yeah,
Like, let's say just for whatever reason, Slot does get his hands on Flash.
he won't. I'm just saying
He
it.
won't. He won't. But let's say hypothetically, if he does, I would almost need it to be in the vein of his Silver Surfer.
Oh, okay.
Like, I would just need like it to be very character focused on literally probably just and hell, like I would even be fine with him using Barry if it meant you would finally lock down him and Iris. Because and then to kind of see like a tour of like okay, if I were to apply his Silver Surfer like just like the general like outline of it to Flash when you could use Barry and Iris and instead of them going through the different planets and throughout the universe and the multi you can still have them go through the multiverse but you could almost have them like time traveling through the ages like and kind of then do like a tour of their life together through time and eventually settle with them like being together and you see a lot of like iconic characters that you wouldn't see otherwise like you get your tornado twins probably.
Yeah. I
That would be I would be fine with if that's the only way that I would be okay if Slot wrote Flash. But
it kind of sounds a lot like what Mark Waid's gonna do with the new history of the DC universe.
yes, dude, that is gonna be sick.
I know. And like it sounds like it's gonna be Barry Allen focused,
Mhm.
so I'm like all in on that. I'm like,
All
yeah.
four issues is just him going like plotting the new timeline of
Like
things.
the major events kind of.
Yeah, and like every issue is gonna have a different artist team.
Oh,
So
okay,
like
that's cool.
issue one is Todd Knock and Jerry Ordway.
Dude, that's gonna be insane. That's probably gonna be one of the best comics of the year.
Oh, dude, I can't wait. I'm so excited.
Dude, I just got like a little like goosebumps from that because
The
I'm like,
the, the Dan Mora cover is like classic Golden Age Wonder Woman.
oh, I saw that. Yeah, I saw
Sick,
that.
dude. Yeah.
Um,
I might end up getting a blank, like the blank cover for it. I just really like the logo, and I think it would look great.
you get a lot of blanks. Like, do you save these for like artist sketches or you do? Do you get it done?
I have, well, yeah, I have 11 sketches so far.
Damn. Well, did you get a Simonson one?
Yeah, I got it at Baltimore. Have you not seen it?
I might have. I don't remember.
Maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't show you because I got that one, and then I got another Beta Ray Bill by the artist and writer of Mouse Guard.
I know
That's
you
it.
sent me a photo when you met Simonson. That was cool.
Yes, dude. Hold
I
on.
met
Let me.
Simonson. I met Simonson while I was waiting in line for Claremont. He just walked. He cut through the line. Like he walked through, and I'm like, "Hey," and he's like, "Hey," and just shook his hand and he walked away. It was
Yeah.
awesome.
No, he was really cool, man. Like, let me grab it. Hold on. All right. Let's see. Well, like I know, maybe I didn't show you the other one. Yeah. Here's the first one.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it's the writer and artist of Mouse Guard, David Peterson.
I just
There we
stopped
go.
to share so we could see it.
It's
Oh,
also
dude,
like really hard to see with the glare. But yeah, dude, it took him like 2 hours, bro.
damn.
Really
Did you
great.
stay there? Like, well, he did, or did you
Yeah,
like pay for it and
yeah,
then he went away?
I dropped it off. Like that was like the first thing I did was like drop that. Hold on. I'm pulling. I like how this has become a video and not about the Flash.
Well,
All
it's like that's like the
right.
focus, you know.
I
But
mean, I know. But we
but
also
yeah,
here.
we kind of just talk about anything comics.
But yeah, so there's that one, and then yeah, here's the Simonson one.
Oh wow.
Yeah, dude,
What was
it's
the first one that you showed me?
uh David Peterson.
Okay.
He's yeah,
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
yeah, dude, and then like it's just gonna get worse because I already have three bills now, which I told you I met Donnie Cates right in November
Yeah,
again the second
yeah.
time. Yeah, I'm good on him for now for a little while, I think.
Yeah,
It was
I
kind of
think you
lame.
told us.
But it is what it is.
Yeah,
But he signed this one. I got another one, see.
that's cool.
Yeah, I got too many, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Scott Collins just got announced for my local con, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, what do
He's
I
been
have
going
him
to a bunch of
sign?
conventions lately.
I was like thinking like, what do I have him sign? And then I'm like, wait a minute,
Get
did I
a
ever show you? He did me two pieces of original art.
no.
Oh, I gotta,
Did
dude.
not did not
After
show
this,
me.
I'll send you a pic of it.
Yeah, for sure, definitely.
Yeah, he drew me like an original image of Rebirth Wally
Oh,
fighting Captain Cold,
that's
and it was
sick.
like that, and I'm like, what? And then like months later, I was just like, I had this original Flash character that I came up with, and I like just reached out to him. I said, could you draw this
Did
like
he draw for you?
in your style? Yeah, he did.
That's
Yeah.
sick.
And I forgot I had him do it. So I was going through my bin the other day and I'm like, oh, that's right.
That's
But
awesome.
I'm like thinking like, well, what do I have him sign? I'm like, I already got two things from him. Like,
Hmm.
I mean, I'd like to meet him like in
Do
person.
it because like when I went, he was at Baltimore when I went, and he wasn't doing like any like original art that he wasn't doing like sketches or remarks or anything. So I was kind of disappointed. But he was selling hella like preliminary sketches.
Yeah,
Dude, they were like they looked like they were like drawn back when he was doing Blitz.
really.
And yeah, because there's a bunch he had a bunch of hunters in there. I,
Oh,
and
dude,
they were like $60, dude. I was really on the fence about buying like a few of them.
dude, I
Super
got
cool.
like this was a couple of years ago. It had to have been like 2 years ago. I got JD for his birthday, I think, a Scott Collins Hunter's Almanac.
That's
Like,
tight. Like the
yeah,
little the
text him and message him in the chat and ask him to show it to you because it's awesome, dude. It's so good.
I think
Like,
he could just show it to me if he were here.
I know,
Fucking guy.
but yeah,
Calling you
dude,
out, bro. We're
dude,
not
that guy is
playing.
so busy. He's definitely
I
not
know.
watching.
I try not to give him too hard of a time.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm literally gonna message him right now.
yeah, because it's awesome. Like I actually before I got it for him, I actually thought maybe I get this for myself because I didn't
I'm
even
gonna say,
like
show it to me. I know you have it.
because I paid Scott Collins for it and I just gave him JD's address. Like I was
Oh
just like,
shoot,
oh,
nice.
this is a gift from my friend. So JD just opens it up and he's like, Scott Collins, like what?
He's like, what the
But
hell, man?
yeah,
Yeah, I'm literally gonna message him and try to ask him like, show me that Collins Zolomon. I know you have it.
yeah.
Um,
But
dude, yeah, I guess staying on the theme of Flash, yeah, I would really love to do like get like a Flash Jam piece started.
oh yeah, JD's got one of those. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen a few of
He
them.
I remember this was like a year ago. There was an artist that was at my con and
Mhm.
JD was like, could I mail this to you and have you go and get this
Yeah,
this sketch? And I'm like, dude, that's too much pressure, man. Like, there's no way. Like, and then and you know, JD's my boy, but like to have to lug that around, I was like, oh my God, like
yeah, no, I get it. I get it.
if
It's
I'm
so
lugging
funny.
this around, I'm keeping it, bro. Like, there's no way.
Yeah. When he I think like early on in the year, like last year, like him and I were like messaging and I was like, dude, I was like, I'm gonna try and go to Baltimore. I'm like, this is like before I like locked it in. I was like, I'm really gonna try and go to Baltimore. Like, you should go, like, see if we can like link
Link
up because
up.
I ended up because Wade was gonna be there and then he pulled out like last second. But I was gonna take the whole like 6 issues of World's Finest Teen Titans to have him sign it, and I had all of like the Doc Shaner like variants.
Yeah.
So I was gonna have them all, and I was showing JD like what I was gonna take, and I had he's like, oh, I should have got the Wally one, and I was like, well, I was like, we have an extra one at the shop, so I ended up getting an extra one for him, and I was like, I'm gonna bring it with me, and like, oh, and then he ended up saying, oh, I'm not gonna go, So I was like, okay, I'll get it signed for you, and then I'll send it to you. And then Wade backed out, and I was like, this can't keep fucking happening, dude.
Oh,
But yeah, the Doc Shaner variants for that run are really nice, and I just want to get them all signed by Wade.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
like the character
these?
variants. Yeah,
Yeah, I
number
remember
five,
the Wally
issue
one.
5 is a Wally one, I think.
I didn't even read this.
It's good, dude. It's really good.
It was one of those series that I kind of was like, oh, this is probably going to be a mini, so I'll put it in
Yeah.
the vault,
No,
you know.
it was really really good. I really liked it. There are some great variants for it too. Issue 4 then? Actually, I thought it was 5. Yep, issue 4. There you go.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
so cool.
Yeah. So I ended up getting I got an extra one for him, but you know.
I don't know if I told you this, but I have the first appearance of the Yellow Kid Flash suit. That's one of my
Yes,
favorite
yes,
things I
yes, yes,
have.
yes, yes. That's
Do
the
you have
like
that?
I don't. I've been wanting to get it. It's stupid because it's like one of those books that I could just get like probably like a $30 book, on any given day. But then my mind says like, well, if it's only $30, I can get it whenever. But then it's gonna get to a point where I'm gonna have to spend more money if I just don't buy it now.
Yeah, I bought it. I brought a raw copy and then I JD and I did a bulk send to CGC years
Oh yeah.
ago. But I don't really even care about CGC anymore.
I don't dabble in it anymore, man. I mean,
It was,
I'm out here cracking slabs and getting original art on raw books, dude. I'm not even tripping.
you're cracking slabs, dude?
Well, I cracked my Delodo 1 in 50, the Thor variant for number 6 from the Kate's run. I cracked it and had Kate sign it, but it is
That's
what
pretty
it is.
cool. I have a first impulse. If it wasn't signed by Wade already, CGC'd, I'd crack that. But
Yeah, well, I mean, I
it's an
got mine
old,
signed by
old
Wade.
holder.
Yeah. Wait, if you said if like Flash 92 or Impulse 1?
92.
92, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got the DC Universe like multi-pack variant of that.
Oh yeah.
It's the same cover, but in the little UPC box where it'll be like the logo or the code. It's just the DC Universe logo. It's what they used to drop in stores back in the day, like on like
Oh
Walmart
yeah.
and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But yeah, it's the rarer of those of that issue, and I ended up winning it off an auction for like $15
Damn.
like
That's
years ago,
wild.
a few years ago. Yeah, it was really good seal, really great condition. And then there was that um Wade, Adams, and Johns like three like person signing in LA last year. No, 2 years ago. It was for Flash 800. So I sent like a grit of books to my best friend because he lives down there and he dropped them off at the signing there for me. And it was 5 free books if you bought one per like if you bought like one book per person, you get 5 free signatures. And so like I ended up he ended up buying a copy, but then I sent 10 books out to be signed. I got them all like it's all of like my
Yeah.
favorite issues from Wade's run. So plus some like variants and stuff for and then I have my first West Twins signed by Johns from that and that yeah.
Shit.
I'm like addicted, bro. It's bad.
Yeah. We all are. Yeah.
Like it's really bad because I sit in like my I've been meaning to post it. I've just been really lazy about it. My Once and Future commission.
Yeah.
Have I shown you that one?
No.
Do you want to see it or you don't want the series to be spoiled?
I don't want to be spoiled because I do want to read it.
Okay, then I won't show you. It's really sick. But
Um, I had something to tell you about this issue that I liked.
yes, tell me.
Well, I liked how Jai brought them to the moon and they were like, oh, how can we breathe? Whatever. So remember how the issue before that, it showed that there was something going on with Jai on the moon, but
Hmm.
we didn't really see what happened. So I'm assuming it's going to be explained later, but I liked that. And then I like how there's the other Wally there, and then they're
Yeah.
running and they're trying to merge, and then the other Wally just gets obliterated. I like that.
Foxy? Like, oh yeah.
Yeah. I
I
like how he just gets obliterated though. It was cool.
there are like like if you were like break this down and like you were like to let me like pick apart pieces that I like, there are parts of this that I do like.
Yeah, it's not like when I was reading it, I was like, man, like I do enjoy this, you know? Like I like the character, you know, that's why I'm
Yeah,
here. I like the history of the
yeah, I
character.
just like I don't know. Sometimes the dialogue is just like too like just like it's just not doesn't do it for me, man. Like
Yeah, well, and this isn't anything
where
against Spurrier, but
where is it at? I mean, yeah, like but it's crazy because I really like he did an indie series for Boom. Well, I think maybe it's no, I think that one's Image. But yeah, he did a book for Boom. I really like that. And then he did another book. Granted, the other book is basically a silent book. There's like no dialogue. So maybe that's why it's so good.
no dialogue.
Sorry. I no, I mean the only dialogue in the book is like a language that we can't understand. Is it's just like
Oh,
symbols. So it's what's one of those. But it's used so sparingly that there's basically no dialogue at all. It's really great. It's I mean it's a really great book. Step by Bloody Step. If anybody wants to check out a Spurrier book that's not DC or Marvel, it's 5 issues. Mateo Bergaris on art. It's really good.
seems like
Not a
he
lot
does
of
a
dialogue.
lot better with like indie stuff.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and people seem to really like his the first 2 volumes of his Hellblazer. But then when they relaunched it with Dead in America, it just became and obviously this is secondhand because I haven't read it, but I heard from like multiple people, like when I was working in the shop, that were saying like it's just like a drag to get through. Like it was just like him basically like using John Constantine to just shit talk America.
Oh, really?
I was like, okay, whatever, man. Like, I mean, I wasn't gonna read it anyway, but still.
Damn.
Um, there is something in here that I was just like some sciencey stuff that I was like, are we really just making more random shit up that just doesn't make sense?
You don't remember what it was?
I can't find the like the line of dialogue. There's like he's like talking about a machine, and I'm like, okay. Oh, it's right here. Not a machine. He's talking about like when Wade, like see, like I used to think Inspector Pilgrim or Wade was gonna be a cool character, but now he just comes in and says shit that doesn't make any sense every single issue. Like every time he's on the page, it's just
I was
random work.
thinking that too.
It's just random like transition streams of Atlantean tech. Like, dude, are the Atlanteans just responsible for all weird tech that we just can't explain? Because that's what it seems like this whole issue. Everything that's been going on in Carteris and all the weird stuff has been happening with technology is because of the Atlanteans. It's Atlantean tech. Why we can't. That's why we can't do it. The Atlanteans put this habitable space on the moon. They, which is also literally from this issue because they're like, how can we breathe? And he's like, well, it must be the Atlanteans again.
Uh,
It's
I
like
get what you're saying.
they're they're in the fucking ocean, man. They're not in space. Maybe it's just me being nitpicky again.
It's still kind of weird that he has another child, Wade West.
Literally right here, we're on the moon. There's this, I don't know, dimensionally phased air source. The Atlanteans put it here, I guess. Literally just shrugging and putting his hands out like this is just common knowledge. It's like, dude, what the hell?
Yeah, it's kind of like, is it, is there a plan or is it just kind of like lazy writing? I don't know.
I think, you know, I don't know. What do I know? I just read this shit.
Yeah,
I just spend my money on it, that's all.
but yeah, I mean,
Uh,
I'm looking forward to just seeing like where this is going.
Is it still the same artist on this for the next like several like foreseeable future? Vasco Georgiev.
Yeah, looks like it. Yeah,
I mean, the art isn't bad at least. Like I'll give it that.
I like the
So, like,
style. I like
whoa, 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 whoa. What was that variant in the middle for the last issue? 22, I think. Yasmin Putri?
You know who that is?
Yeah, they did the art for I just that's a good ass cover actually. Better than the Diodato one, that's for sure. What's the who's that one? That looks like
Right here?
oh Elizabeth Torek. She hasn't I didn't like her Power Girl cover, unfortunately. It's the only oh, that's the Superman
Super
mashup one.
Smash.
That one looks kind of cool though. It's the only way he can beat the Flash in a race is if he becomes him.
There's some interesting like Superman stuff in there.
That's a good cover too, I think. See, like it's crazy because when these like variants showcase the suit by other artists, I don't mind it sometimes.
Yeah.
Like even the Jeff Spokes one, I think that one's pretty good. Like even it's got Eclipse's face on it. It's not bad. What's the other one? Ooh, that one's probably sick. That one is pretty good. See, I'm kind
I feel like with all the black in there, it's like it's reminding me of like Hal Jordan, like Green
yeah,
Lantern,
yeah.
which I guess it's like it's cool, but I think
I just think it's so busy. Like if it was just like the red, the black, and the gold with all the lines and like the sciencey looking stuff, the tech stuff, I think it would look pretty good.
like I'm all about, I love like when there's like new suits and stuff because it like then later on say you get like a figure, you're like, oh, that's the
I was literally
Spurrier
just gonna
era.
say, bro, toy
Yeah.
sales. Like, yeah, you can
Like
definitely date things based on like toys.
I love that, but like I'm wondering how long until like they're like, all right, we're giving them the classic suit
Well,
back.
yeah. I would hope maybe by the end of this run it goes back to classic. But okay, I guess speaking on toys for a second, did you see that McFarlane Toys lost the rights to the DC line?
Yeah, I saw that. It's gonna go back to Mattel, but
I'm not excited for that, dude. Like, cause
yeah,
I think the McFarlane toy, like their quality's pretty good.
I'm just such
Even
a McFarlane fan that like that was like,
even
oh
even if sometimes they use the same model mold for different versions of the character. Like the Infinite Frontier Wally, like he's back in the red suit, and then it's literally the same mold that they use for the Wally Hatton toy. It's
yeah,
the same exact one. And I wish it wasn't because I don't really like it's just like lazy at that. Like I mean I get it.
right, yeah,
I get it. But it's also like come on. You couldn't just make it like a new mold for this. It's like it's plastic, bro. Like
yeah. Well, apparently he's still gonna do some stuff with DC, so
yeah.
it's not over
I,
completely.
I would
But
imagine it's probably going to be more in line with like some of the statues and stuff that he does with like Marvel.
dude, but I love the statues, man.
Statues are pretty sick, man.
Like I have you probably can see it in the back. I think I've showed it to you before, but like
Got the Flash
the
one
Hush,
too.
the Flash one, yeah,
Yeah, I got the Jim Lee Flash one up there.
yeah. Even though the card says Wally and it's obviously
Oh
very,
yeah, yeah, that's right. I forgot that.
yeah, yeah.
I haven't
You
opened it
know,
yet. It's still sitting in the box. I
when I
haven't opened
opened
it
it
right
and I
now.
saw that, I was just like, I've spent way too much time complaining about this
Yeah.
whole thing. So I'm like, I'm not gonna. But um, just going
Uh,
back to this issue,
I was gonna say
any positives you want to give some positives of this issue?
yes. I think the art is really really good actually. I really enjoy the art. Like that's like, which is why I wish it wasn't just we're wasting this guy's art on Wally versus Wally, and then Wally versus the Justice League, and then Wally versus Eclipso, when it could really just be like a fun, like magic
Yeah.
adventure, and you could really let him like flex and let him like show off a bunch of cool, like whimsical, fantastic stuff. I don't know.
Mm.
I guess I'm just not getting the like what I'm looking for out of this book. I'm really trying to find stuff to enjoy.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. You notice like
Variants are good. That's another positive I will say. It's not about the book itself, but the variants have all been really nice. Some cool foils in here and there, and some really good like. artist spotlight variants.
Did you notice he went into that other plane and it looked nothing like it did before? To the point where I was like, wait, is
Oh,
that the
like
same?
the gallery.
Yeah.
Is that what that was supposed to be?
They didn't call it the gallery. They just called it like,
Like another, yeah, like another plane of existence.
yeah,
You're using your ability to reality shift again, Dad. It's
yeah.
sick, bro. Like that every time that Wade comes on screen or like on the page, that's just like literally the voice in my head was like, yeah,
Oh
bro,
no.
you did it. He's just like such a
Ah,
just like a tech jabroni. He's like, look, dude,
I
I
still
don't
like his design.
yeah, I wish he was something more, man. Like I almost wish he was kind of just mysterious still, and then we didn't know that he was Wade. I just wish there was like that. I feel like he's overplayed now. Like now that I know who he is and what his whole purpose is here at this point is what it seems like he just is kind of here to push this like you he's like the narrative device to kind of explain things that already
Yeah. Or
like
if they're
that
in a
don't make
pinch, if they're in a pinch and like they're like, oh, how are we gonna do this? He's like, oh, this is how we're gonna do it.
yeah, let me explain it to you really fast with words that I don't even get.
Yeah. I wish there was like an arc where him and Wally would just go into the future. Like, and it was just them two. And then we could get
Now
like
we're
some more
talking, bro.
answers.
Now we're talking.
Yeah.
Now we're
Something more
talking.
like that.
Because then it
Because
could
you're
be
right,
like
he's just
hella
kind of like a background character.
it could be so cool, man. Because you can see like what the Flash legacy is like in his time.
Right.
Or like even further or like, like another like trip through the ages. I it could be
I,
cool.
I just thought it was weird early on in the run where like you're kind of like, is he a hero? Is he a villain? What's his deal? And because he was like taking the speedsters and like shelving them, like putting
Yeah,
them
and then
away.
that kind of got yeah, it just kind of was wrapped up because they just fixed the problem that the Speed Force was having because it gave birth to a dog.
And it, like he did that so like they wouldn't enter like anyone would interfere. Like he's like, oh, this like
Yeah,
for the
but then
deep
he also
change to
like
happen.
yeah, and then he played this angle of like well, we have to get all the speedsters off the table because every time they use their powers, they're just fracturing time even worse. And then that just kind of it just went away.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, maybe I would be more interested if there was an actual like shattering of the Speed Force.
Yeah.
Like and and see here's the thing is I don't even think necessarily that that would have been a bad thing to like kind of but I mean if you're gonna shake up the status quo on the Flash and you're gonna do this big Immortal Hulk Saga of the Swamp Thing level like run, take a big swing. Take a big swing. You know,
It
they
so
did.
take kind of taking like what Spurrier has done. I was like I thought a lot about this with the plane shifting, the reality shifting. It would have been cool like if for a little while like say there's no more speed, like he doesn't have speed anymore and
Mhm.
just focus on that power and give him like kind of some light based like energy kind of powers. So it's still like kind of do a little spin on like the Flash so like you still
Oh, so
have
it's
like
kind of like
it
Tangent
still makes
Flash.
sense. Yeah.
That would be kind of cool. Or well, maybe more like Photon, I think.
But I just feel like, you know, through this whole run, like it's like, oh, this deep change happened. Like, oh, things are different now. Your powers are different. And it's like, yeah, but it's
Well,
still the same,
here's
you
the
know?
other thing that I thought was really, really funny is like when they're trying to get a handle on like the other Wally, he's just like he's beyond any limit he's set for himself, and it's like okay, like he can't be stopped.
Yeah, just it doesn't even read like the character. It's strange.
Yeah, I don't know. I
And
just
like, I don't know about you. I'm not a D&D guy. So like I understand when there's D&D references, but I'm like, I'm not getting it.
and I don't I sometimes I feel like these references are just for the sake of being like, hey guys, look what I did.
Well, it's like like the way the characters use the references. It's like you're telling me like Wally and Linda are playing D&D and we just never see it.
Yeah, well, like, right, like, where's that issue?
Yeah. Because like I'm fine. I don't care. Like I'm fine with
Like,
that.
and
But
here's the
like,
thing, is like, here's the thing, is like, and maybe I'm literally the only person asking for shit like that, but like, I don't know. Part of the reason why I liked Wade's run so much was just like random issues, or like, the majority of an issue would be just Wally and Linda unpacking the house
yeah.
and talking and having character moments. Like,
Or
I don't
Wally at
get
the
any.
DMV.
Yes, dude. Like, you don't get any of that shit. It's just like, it's just crisis event after crisis event. I gotta go fast. I gotta save my family. The dog is in trouble. Where's the fucking dog? I just can't find my dog. Like, maybe lose your dog at the park for like an issue, bro, and then find him. Like, don't lose him to a giant, ancient, dark, cosmic being. Like, I don't.
Yeah. I think that's the
Maybe I'm
thing.
asking for. Maybe by asking for too little, I'm asking for too much. Now,
Yeah. Well, I think there's just such an attempt to like, okay, this is not a flash run that like you're accustomed
they
to.
they made the biggest mistake, like calling this whatever they were calling it prior to its release. Like trying to hype it up into something that it's not. Like it was probably never going to be. Bad idea. Because it's nothing like I was expecting when they were talking it up.
Yeah, like 19 issues and I'm still waiting for it, you know?
Yes. Dude, like, and do you remember how many people were being like, this is incredible? Like all of like other creators, like the news outlets are like, this is such a great series. The first issue is just awesome. And I'm just like,
I don't know, guys. For me, this whole arc so far has been pretty dull, and I don't get the hype with people positive reviewing it. The villain doesn't interest me at all. The writing of his motives seem all over the place and not clear, like he wants
oh,
to
the
accent on
the
Darkseid's
the
throne.
the one thing I do like now that you're reading this out loud, I do like how they talk about Eclipso wanting to fill in that power vacuum now that Darkseid is gone, because that's like direct care, like that I like, because it is actual like universe wide influence, because when Eclipso took the hit from Darkseid and All In, that's why he's in Scartaris or whatever it's called. Like that's why he's there now, like
Yeah,
recovering and trying to get his energy back. So when he goes into the sun and he finds like his crystal core at the end, now he's gonna take his shot at power like for Darkseid Stone, which I do think that's pretty cool. Like that I think is fine. But everything else I just don't care about.
whenever new issues get solicited, I always like to look at the first comment, like because it's
Um,
just funny sometimes. Like, people are like,
what's
this is still going on.
what is even the solicitation for the newest issue?
With Eclipso taking on a new evolved form as a fire elemental and the rogues blitzkrieg across the moon, claiming more and more of the Flash's copies. Wally West has to split himself even further, but there is a dissension among the temp Flashes.
Doesn't this
Okay,
just feel like kind of like a cheap like CW shtick with all of these Wallies? Like,
well, I mean,
and I've
I'm,
always been like, I always have kind of been a fan of like the idea that he could make speed clones. I just
I
wish it
didn't
was
really like that.
in a better book.
I didn't really like that, but I'm just happy that
Like
there's gonna
after
be some
images.
rogues.
I don't know. It seems like a very anime like Naruto, or like you can create your after images like Dragon Ball Z. Like I don't know. I like that kind of stuff, and I think to add a little bit of like manga or anime inspired elements into the Flash's abilities could be cool. I
Yeah,
just really wish it was in a different by a different writer doing it. Like let Ryan North do stuff like this, because my man is over here making like moves with the Fantastic Four and their powers. Like every time he does something new with their powers in Fantastic Four, I'm just like you're you're the fucking best, dude. It's cool.
yeah. I want to read that at some point.
Read it, bro. Read it. Because like and there's here's another reason why I think he would be really incredible on Flash, because he focuses on every member of the family. Like there are issues that are literally just about like Alicia and Sue. and they just hang out for an entire issue, and then they get in a trouble and they have to figure their way out. Or it's like the Sue Storm Detective Noir issue. It's just like kind of, you know, some dimensional like reality stuff is plat play, and they have to figure out what happened and why, and like it's framed by this whole like Alicia is the PI, but she's blind, and then she comes to Sue for help, like Sue comes to her for help, like, and it's just, and like, or there's just an issue about Ben just falling like in their like in a pit in their house that they've been in Aunt Petunia's house that they've been living in since the run started, like, or it's just an issue of Johnny and Ben working at a grocery store. And it's just like them using their powers or having to get out of situations because it's just weird it's just like classic sci-fi stuff. And
Everything
it
I
was
hear about it, it just
Flash.
sounds really good, and it makes me mad that I'm not reading it right now.
Because it's been great. It's 30 issues of just gas, dude, all the way through. Like, and like I just when I get thinking about it, it makes me mad because then you could get issues like Bart and Max just doing whatever, or you can get an issue of Jay doing something random, or you know what I mean? Like you could really use everyone, and it wouldn't be a hang up at all because time travel. You get the guy that's already juggling another family anyway, and he's proven he can do a good job with it. The fact that he's not writing this book already is fucking criminal, dude.
Yeah.
I'll
Oh
let
man.
I'll concede. I'll let Barry be the lead if Ryan North writes the book.
Yeah.
I'll let
But
go ahead.
all right, man, let's wrap this up. I'm excited for the next few issues of this. But I know you're more excited for Absolute Flash, so but always
Which which I
appreciate
which
you
I, which
chatting
I
with me,
which I
man.
rebagged, by the way. I had to put in
Oh,
my nice bagging board. Oh yeah, and you got one, yeah. Oh, and when I was pulling stuff out, because like we talk about how they said Lemire said that this is the highest selling issue of Flash.
yeah.
I found it. I have two copies of it.
Yeah, I got a copy of it too.
I have the newsstand and the direct edition ones, like
I need to
Walmart.
go through my whole Flash bin actually,
I
because I
might
want I gotta put this in there.
I might even have like two more copies of this somewhere. This is just a book that I've picked up like literally over the years, like multiple times. I'm like, I don't know that I have this, and then it turns out that I actually have it. I have I've done that with a particular Simonson issue as well of Thor. I have probably almost 10 copies of it. I know that I have too many, but I
Yep.
was just buying them because I was finding that issue over and over and over, and I was like, I don't know that I have this, and I kept doing it. So I've got so many copies of it.
This is the issue. Every time I see it, I grab a copy. I
Oh
have
yeah,
like 4 copies of it.
yeah, yeah.
And I
I
got
I
Greg
wish I
LaRoque
could
to
do
sign
that
it.
with like Thor 337, but it's just unfortunate that that's like $100 book every time I want to buy it. It's just the first bill is all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
I would buy it a million times over if I could, but I'd be the lone owner of all copies of that book if you let me.
damn. But
I'd
all right,
monopolize
man.
it.
Well, let's wrap this up. Like always, always appreciate you chatting with me,
Thank
sticking
you.
with me in this book.
And, and
Um,
I will be here as long as you'll have me. Sometimes I'm just like, man, I'm kind of just reading this because I just want to talk about it. I just want to
I
talk
know.
comics.
Yeah, but I was just thinking to myself because like I'm just like, could you imagine if we stopped and then like the next writer after it got really good and we're like, oh,
We can't stop, dude. We can't stop. We have to
nah,
keep
I'm
going.
not stopping, dude.
And
I'm
just
not
we have
stopping.
Absolute Flash every month now too.
I know. I know. Em was just saying to me because I was like, "Oh, we're recording this morning." She's like, "Do you guys just record?" I'm like, "Yep." So, but
We'll be here as long as there's Flash stuff, I think.
yeah, of course.
If there's Flash content, we got it on lock.
All right, dude. Till
All
next
right, man.
time.
Yes, sir. Peace out.